Welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekends. I'm Kyle Pazorski. We start out our local coverage tonight with the Phelps School District, which hosted the 11th annual Maple Syrup Fest, which is a good opportunity for people to learn more about syrup and to try different flavors. Organizers say a portion of the proceeds from the Maple Syrup Fest will benefit area high school graduates through continuing education scholarships. This year's Maple Syrup Fest featured numerous activities such as an arts and crafts festival, tree tapping demonstrations, maple syrup judging, maple taffy making, and more.
This event was started by our local maple syrup producers to get some Wisconsin agricultural tourism and show off and educate people about maple syrup productions. In total, Wisconsin produces an average of 74,000 gallons of maple syrup a year. According to researchers, maple syrup can actually have great health benefits, including increasing red blood cell growth, and has been a proven effort to treat digestive disorders. Michelle Strangler loves to teach people about the sugary treat and says the Maple Syrup Fest is a great place for her to do just that.
There's ways to learn, ways to have maple products, but of course I think it's the community. That's why people keep coming back here.
And volunteers had an amazing time, along with the chance to try various products with maple syrup and, of course, learn about it. Even though it's a yearly event, people are already looking forward to the next one. And Conrad, they're looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have in store for us and the forecast for next week.
Yes, I'm looking forward to 70s, but no 70s just yet. We did have some snow earlier today, started to mix with a little bit of rain, so not much left right now, just some on and off flurries for the rest of the night, but there is another low pressure system on the way, so check this out. Not a lot of moisture with this one, but it will start to develop and moving right into Wisconsin, right over us, with a lot more moisture, as our futurecast does show that snow starts to move in Sunday night into the morning on Monday time frame, and then quickly starts to transition into some rain and snow as temperatures actually rise into the low 40s out there. So not a lot of accumulation, maybe 1 to 2 inches out here in Rhinelander, but look at these temperatures. They finally dropped out there close to the freezing mark with 33 in Rhinelander, 32 in Anigal, 32 in Eagle River as well as 33 in Land O'Lake. So cooler temperatures have arrived, so whatever did fall out there will start to refreeze as temperatures continue to drop into the mid-20s. Kyle?
Thanks, Conrad. The Anigal Ice Arena Gun Show is being held this weekend at the Langley County Fairgrounds, put on by the Bob and Rocco Gun Show Group. Admission is $7 for adults, with children under 14 free of charge. The Take a Kid Hunting Foundation says they promote the traveling gun show and shows encouraging people to donate for the benefit of youth and disabled veterans. The doors open again Sunday at 9 a.m., running through 3 p.m., again at the Langley County Fairgrounds in Anigal. Happening in the Northwoods today, the Tomahawk Lions Club held their 8th annual Crazy 8 bowling tournament at Strikers beginning at noon. The Lions hold the event annually, but has not for the 2 past years. So they were excited to once again bring enjoyment to the area residents. The tournament was spread between 3 games, with the top 3 bowlers winning cash prizes. The Lions say all the proceeds benefit local charities in the Tomahawk area. And starting this month, the Kingdom Halls of the Jehovah's Witnesses are returning to in-person worships. Here in northern Wisconsin, congregations in Rhinelander, Merrill, Woodruff, Crandon, and Eagle River will hold services in person Sunday morning. With virtual services will also be available to witnesses. However, door-to-door preaching will not yet resume at this time. And regulators have approved a natural gas plant to be built near Wausau. According to the Associated Press, state regulators have approved plans for a $171 million natural gas plant near Wausau, despite opposition from taxpayers, environmentalists, and renewable energy advocates. We Energies and Wisconsin Public Service both have said the 128 megawatt plant is a key part of a $3.5 billion plan to retire 1,600 megawatts of fossil fuel and replace it with wind, solar, and battery storage power, with this new plant being a backup for when renewables cannot supply the necessary energy needs. Now, coming up after the break, Conrad will have your full forecast, plus the latest news here in Wisconsin against the fight to put an end to COVID-19. That and more after the break.
Go with the flow at Dvorak's Docks. Flow from Dvorak's Docks is installed by trained in-house employees. That's right, no subcontractors needed, so your shoreline setup is guaranteed. Get flow from Dvorak's Docks by calling 275-DOC.
Quality Homes of Tomahawk now sells modular homes built by Wisconsin Homes. Wisconsin Homes has maintained a tradition of building some of the finest homes on the market. Quality Homes also has a large selection of new manufactured and mobile homes. New homes are available for immediate delivery and set up anywhere in Wisconsin. Whether buying your first home or a cabin getaway, Quality Homes has the experience and expertise to make your dreams reality. Visit them today at qualitymh.com.
Hi, Bob Pucci for the Take Kid Hunting Foundation. We're having the Anigal Gun Show this weekend at the fairgrounds on Highway 45. Admission is $7, 14 and under are free. Show hours are Friday from 3 to 8, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 9 to 3.
Planning an outdoor winter adventure? You need the app from the weather team you can rely on. The WJFW Weather Watch app, featuring hourly and daily forecasts, high-resolution imagery, and opt-in push alerts to let you know when severe weather approaches. With all these features, you'll know the best days to be on the ice or when there will be fresh powder on the trails. The WJFW Weather Watch app is available in your app store now. Sponsored by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress. Weather Watch 12, from where you live.
When you have a house full of kids, your water consumption is through the roof. But when the kids move out, the water usage goes down. But how long are they really gone for? With high-efficiency systems made by WaterCare, Maher Water Corporation can roll with any size-changing families. So call us today so we can help you with those water use issues. The laundry is still up to you.
Welcome back, everyone. It's the weekend. Happy Saturday. Hopefully you're having a great start to your Saturday. And today, not so nice out there with some rain and snow showers throughout the day, but most of this has moved on out. Just some lingering flurries for most of us out here, but it will become partly cloudy a little bit later on. But as one low pressure system moves out, another one is in the horizon right here. Doesn't look like much right now, but it will start to develop and it will hit our area by tomorrow night into the Monday morning time frame. As our futurecast does show that snow starts to move in, starts to become a little heavy by that morning commute on Monday, but then temperatures start to rise into the 40s. So whatever does fall will start to mix with some rain, and then it'll quickly start to move away. So this is what we're thinking out here, folks. Dusting to 2 inches pretty much for most of Wisconsin. Out here in Rhinelander, 1 to 2 inches, and then a little bit more south of Wausau, coming in at 2 to even 4 inches of snow, as the heavier bulk of snow will be just south of us, but we will still get clipped by it a Sunday night into the morning time frame on Monday. Temperatures today, hey, we'll take those 40s. Look at that, 43 in Rhinelander, 43 in Tomahawk, 39 in Eagle River, as well as in Anigal. So really mild temperatures out there today. Precipitation has moved on out, so our average this time of year is 46. So we came real close to that, but not quite yet. But look at our average low. It's supposed to be around 24 degrees. So we are actually going to pretty much closely reach that tonight into the morning hours tomorrow. Right now, temperatures have cooled off, so whatever did fall, whatever melted, is actually going to be refreezing tonight by that morning hours. So really be careful out there. We'll get a little slick out there as temperatures will dip into those mid-20s out there. But right now, just some above freezing temperatures, coming close to the freezing mark at 33 degrees out here in Rhinelander. Winds not looking too bad either, with 6 miles an hour out in Rhinelander, 6 in Merrill as well. But look at this, check this out. The winds are blowing from the north-northwest, so all of that cool, cold temperatures will be moving in tonight. That's why we'll be hovering around those mid-20s out there. But that wind will back off just a little bit by the morning hours. So it will be on the cooler end, but it won't be as windy. But then, hey, another low pressure system moves in Sunday night into Monday. So with that, some more wind will be back as gustier winds come in. But tomorrow, feels like temperatures are going to be pretty cold out there. Pretty much in the teens for most of us here in Rhinelander, Anigal, as well as in Wausau. So bundle up out there. We'll feel a little chilly out there. I know it's April, but warmer temperatures are on the way, folks. Don't worry, trust me. But for tomorrow, it will get still a little bit on the cooler end, as well as tonight into the mid-20s with pretty gusty wind out there, especially by the overnight hours, but starting to back off just a little bit by the morning hours as temperatures actually rise into the low 40s. So real nice weather out there with some mostly cloudy skies, but our big 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show an active weather pattern, pretty much rain and snow every other day with close to average temperatures and then dipping back into the 30s by Thursday and Friday. Carl?
Thanks, Conrad. On Friday, the Wisconsin Department of Health Services reported their latest COVID-19 numbers showing a continued drop in overall cases and deaths since a spike in January. This comes after now more than 2 years since the pandemic began back in March of 2020. As of Thursday, 8 deaths per week were reported in the 7-day average here in Wisconsin. Compared to numbers seen at the end of January, this is a positive sign. As, again, there was an average of 39 deaths per week. Again, this week, the average has gone down to only 8 statewide. The January spike also brought a weekly average of cases reported to roughly 5,500. But now cases have dropped significantly to only 371 for the weekly average. But as the number of COVID cases have dropped here in Wisconsin and the U.S., cases of norovirus are rebounding to levels not seen since before the pandemic. Norovirus is the bug responsible for the stomach flu. According to the Centers for Disease and Control Prevention, norovirus has been on the rise since January. Since the start of the year, the number of weekly outbreaks has gone from fewer than 10 per week to more than 50 per week. That data is based on information gathered from several states. Experts say there is no link between the Omicron variant of coronavirus and norovirus. They believe the lifting of COVID restrictions combined with more people gathering together has allowed the norovirus to spread more effectively. Norovirus is highly contagious and is spread from person to person through surfaces. In politics, former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin is running for office once again. Palin announced Friday she is running to represent Alaska in the U.S. House. This is Palin's first campaign for public office since her unsuccessful bid as John McCain's vice president in 2008. Palin is running to fill the seat left vacant by the death of Alaska Republican Don Young, who died last month. In her announcement, Palin blasted the quote, out of control inflation, empty shelves, and gas prices. The men's Final Four took place tonight. Kansas and North Carolina will be playing for a national championship this Monday. But Griffin, today was also a good day for the Wisconsins. And Johnny Davis, I hear, right?
Yeah, I bet he wishes he was playing in New Orleans. But hey, this isn't too shabby. Davis added another award to his already impressive resume. We'll tell you what. Plus, a Rhinelander native had a very impressive day on a racetrack. We'll share you how. Coming up next in sports.
With Angus beef, melty Swiss, and bacon between toasted sourdough. Oh, yeah. The Frisco Angus Burger is for those who know an icon when they see one. Because flavor like this is always in style. Bite into the Frisco Angus Burger, part of the Frisco menu, only at Hardee's.
Everything seems to be more expensive these days. Everything costs more. Ron Johnson should be helping families like us, but he seems to have helped himself instead. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. Then he cashed out of the company for $5 million. He's doubled his wealth since taking office. It doesn't seem fair to me. Tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
These squirrels are better at saving than we are. And more organized, too.
Try embracing your inner squirrel. When you open a BMO Harris Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward every month you save.
That sounds great.
You can also set up savings goals and easily track your progress.
That could help us redo the yard.
You could really go nuts. I'll show myself out.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Why should you choose ABT Foundation Solutions to resolve your basement water issues or basement foundation problems? At ABT, our core value since day one has remained the same. Be honest and upfront. Use the very best products, provide the best solution, and get the job done right. All at a fair price. So if you think your basement is having foundation issues, we would be honored to come out and conduct a free 20-point inspection. Just give us a call. Visit callabt.com.
With ham, melty cheese, and an egg on toasted sourdough. Oof. The recipe for standing out is keeping things simple, making this breakfast your most iconic meal of the day. Bite into the Frisco Breakfast Sandwich, part of the Frisco menu only at Hardee's.
Sports Watch 12 with Griffin Stroing starts now.
Wisconsin guard Johnny Davis had an incredible season with the Badgers. He led them to a Big Ten regular season title, was named the Conference Player of the Year, and was a consensus first-team All-American. But today, he added another trophy to his resume. Davis won the Jerry West Award as the nation's top shooting guard. Davis led the Badgers in scoring and rebounding, finishing his sophomore season with 19.7 points and 8.2 rebounds per game. He still has a few goals to accomplish, though. Tomorrow, he's going to find out if he'll win the Naismith Trophy, which is given out to the best player in the country. And then, of course, he declared for the NBA draft earlier in the week, and I'm pretty sure he would love to get drafted inside the top 10. A lot to look forward to if you're Davis. Now, here at Newswatch 12, I'll be honest, we don't show a lot of NASCAR highlights. But today, we had a local athlete finish in the top 10 of a race in Richmond. What's most impressive is that it was only his second career race, and he's only 18 years old. Rhinelander native Parker Retzlaff finished in 10th place today in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. He struggled with pit stops throughout the day, but worked his way back to finish 7th in the Stage 1 and 10th overall. He has never raced at the NASCAR Truck Series level, but does have a lot of experience in iRacing. But the young fella sure did show out today in person.
I passed a lot of cars. Like, we got a penalty on pit road, so I had to go back to last. And I just followed Noah and Josh up through the field, and it ended up just working out for me. I mean, it was just such a good car from everyone at RSS. It was, I don't know, I'm speechless. Hopefully we can take our momentum next week.
He is scheduled to race in 8 more races this season, including next weekend at Martinsville Speedway. But he wasn't the only local athlete that was doing very well professionally. Stevens Point native Cole Caulfield has been tearing it up in the NHL. He was named the Rookie of the Month in March and has gotten off to a great start here in early April. And the French Canadians are loving him.
Sergachev reçoit, passe arrière. C'est brouillon. 2 contre 0 Montréal. Caulfield. Un passé vers le tir et le but! Cole Caulfield!
I don't know why, but I love hearing play-by-play calls in other languages. Just so freaking cool. The Canadians did lose this game, but Caulfield continues to dominate. And Kyle, that's really all we care about here in Wisconsin.
That's right. Well, thanks, Griffin. Well, coming up, we'll have some news from across the world with some of the latest developments in Ukraine, including how the Russian Space Agency is halting cooperation with NASA, among others, on the International Space Station. That's coming up after the break.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Here's why it's smart to custom order your Ford SUV, because custom orders receive priority. You'll get an extra 1,000 order bonus plus incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. And the features you choose. Want an EPA estimated 41 combined MPG in an Escape Hybrid? A 12-inch touchscreen in an Edge? You got it. In a Ford built your way. Custom order your new Ford SUV or truck today and receive an extra 1,000 retail order bonus cash.
Roofing season is here, and Bear Renovations is the Northwood's #1 choice in roofing and rain gutter systems. Whether it's shingle roofing or metal roofing, big or small, the Bear does it all. Stop by our showroom just north of Tomahawk on County Road A or call 715-966-6649 today. Remember, you can like us on Facebook, but you'll love us on your roof. Bear Renovations is locally owned and operated. Call the Bear.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow.
Perfect.
I think red is more me. Giddy up.
Right now, you can get 2.49% APR for 60 months on Toyota's most popular 2022 models, including Corolla, Camry, Tundra, RAV4, or Highlander.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back. We turn our attention now overseas to the ongoing war in Ukraine, where Ukrainian forces are pushing Russian troops back in certain parts of the country. But the focus remains on citizens in Mariupol. Russian forces have that town surrounded and the citizens are trapped. Meanwhile, humanitarian groups are working to get as many of those people out as they can. NBC's Molly Hunter is in Lviv, Ukraine, with the very latest.
Now, around the capital of Kyiv, what's happening is that Russian forces are withdrawing in certain places. It's very fluid, but Ukrainian forces are making advances, are gaining ground, are pushing back the front line in the east, according to the UK Defense Ministry. They have also captured several towns. But as these strategic losses for Russia kind of happen around the capital, the war is absolutely still going on. And today, all eyes are on Mariupol. So according to the city council, Red Cross vehicles and at least 10 buses have left Zaporizhia, heading to Berdyansk, and then heading on to Mariupol, and that is the key leg of the journey. If they can get close to Mariupol, as of now, in order to get out of Mariupol, you need to be in a private car. There are checkpoints. It is a dangerous road, but the buses can't actually get inside. Now, the ICRC is actually sending staff in person to ensure the safe passage of civilians. They are the neutral body. They are talking to the Russians. They are talking to the Ukrainians. Last night, they called for both sides for security guarantees so that life-saving aid, life-saving humanitarian aid that the people trapped inside Mariupol so desperately need. That's medicine, that's food, that's water, that is basic supplies to survive, gets in, and civilians get out. Now, yesterday, this exact same humanitarian corridor failed. According to President Zelensky, 3,000 people were still able to make it out. Now, as far as getting updates on the progress of this humanitarian corridor, it's incredibly hard. Cell service is incredibly bad. So we actually don't know how close they are to Mariupol, if they have already arrived in Mariupol, if people have boarded those buses. But it's even harder for the people inside Mariupol. An estimated 100,000 people are still trapped. Not only can they not check in with loved ones, with family members, not only can they not kind of find out news outside of their very small radius, what's happening in the rest of Ukraine, they can't necessarily figure out where to meet the evacuation corridors, what's happening, what the ICRC is saying, if there are buses available. But they're absolutely trying to get civilians out again, and we'll keep you posted. Molly Hunter, NBC News, Lviv.
Continuing with more news from across the world, Russia says it will cease working with NASA and the European Space Agency because of sanctions against their country. The statement was made by the Russian Space Agency Saturday. The Russians accused the U.S., Canada, the European Union, and Japan of trying to kill the Russian economy and bring the country to its knees. They say normal relations between partners on the ISS are only possible when sanctions are lifted. How this will impact the 2 Russian astronauts currently aboard the ISS is not clear. The International Space Station is not owned by a single entity and is the largest man-made structure ever put into space. Coming up, Conrad will have one more final look at weather for the next few days. Stick with us.
Dylan, how's that sofa you can't return from that big internet site?
Honestly,
not that great.
Well, Slumberland can help. It's our biggest finance sales event of the year. Just $20 a month will get you a gorgeous sectional, a 3-piece bedroom group, when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
No way.
How about kicking back in this luxury leather power recliner for just $25 a month? And come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've reinvented mattress shopping.
Here's why it's smart to custom order your Ford SUV. Because custom orders receive priority. You'll get an extra 1,000 order bonus plus incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. And the features you choose. Want an EPA estimated 41 combined MPG in an Escape Hybrid? A 12-inch touchscreen in an Edge? You got it. In a Ford built your way. Custom order your new Ford SUV or truck today and receive an extra 1,000 retail order bonus cash.
Elm Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor, have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
It's open season on cancer. Help us raise money for the Ronald McDonald House of Marshfield by purchasing a hat, an H2O Go bottle, or other special items. With your donation of $20, you'll receive over $50 in valuable coupons, and a $10 donation is given to the Ronald McDonald House. Purchase items at Cost Cutters of Central Wisconsin, the Barber's Family Hairstyling, Mullins Cheese in Knowlton, Chase Outdoors in the Cedar Creek Mall. It's open season on cancer, a season that never ends.
Goodwill starts with you every time you shop and donate. Your support opens the door to new opportunities and creates possibilities for people with barriers to employment. When you shop Goodwill, you'll find home decor, clothing that fits your unique style, and other one-of-a-kind treasures. You'll also keep items out of the landfill, all while supporting job training, financial coaching, and more. When you shop at and donate to Goodwill, you open doors to possibilities for neighbors in your community. Goodwill starts with you.
And welcome back. We're here on the couch now to chat about the talk all across the country this week after Will Smith's slap and yelling at Chris Rock at the Oscars this last week. On Friday, Will Smith said he is resigning from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. The embattled actor's announcement comes as the Academy looks into disciplinary options following his assault on comedian Chris Rock at this year's Oscars. Smith says he will accept whatever punishment the Academy decides. With his resignation, he will be prevented from voting on the Oscars in the future, but he can still be nominated and win. So kind of serious implications, but you know, we don't exactly know what's going to come right out of this.
Yeah, it's weird. It was a whole very weird situation. I think my favorite part about it all was like the memes on the internet afterwards.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of good stuff there, but I mean, a very serious situation, but you know, thank goodness nothing too crazy.
Love the TikTok memes.
Right? A lot of people actually at first thought it was staged. I was like, it didn't look staged to me. It looked real serious.
Me and Kyle were debating that for the longest time.
Really?
He was on team staged. I was like, there's no way.
No, I was like, no way.
Well, anyway, Conrad, is your forecast going to slap as hard as Chris Rock right now?
No, not as hard, guys, but it's still going to be a pack a punch with that. You know, we are going to have a little bit more snow coming in Sunday night into the Monday morning time frame. It is going to get a little heavy for that morning commute, but then, you know, hey, it is April, so temperatures back into the 40s. We'll start to transition that snow into a rain and snow mix. So well, I'm thinking a dusting to 2 inches. Most of Wisconsin, 1 to 2 inches in Rhinelander. A little bit more south of the Wausau area. But look at this, a very active weather pattern. Pretty much every other day, another low pressure system starts to move in. But at least 40s are back in the forecast, guys.
That was some low-hanging fruit from the two of you. I want to make it very clear. Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. Well, that does it for your local news around the Northwoods. Saturday Night Live with Gerard Carmichael is up next.